one. We are
Live.
This is 2OF Entertainment.
And we are here. Welcome back, everybody, live on Monday morning. We broadcasted on Tuesday, and that's when we put it on the podcast as well. And as you can see, David had a sex change. So, David, you look much better.
At last.
You look good. You got boobs, so we're very happy for you. You had boobs anyway, but now you have real boobs. So
yeah, he had boobs before.
Now you have you're like Caitlyn Jenner.
They are also real. You know, the men wear real boobs, but they are not so nice.
They're boobs.
But they're boobs. Yes.
Boob is a boob. It's gonna be one of those shows. Well, welcome back. It's been an exciting week. We haven't seen each other since last Monday, and since last Monday, we've had an assassination attempt on Mr. Trump.
Oh, we had that already. It was.
Oh, we did. No,
it was Monday.
It was whatever.
Sunday, Monday.
Yeah,
but
Sunday,
we have another news.
Biden dropped out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And we were talking about it. We were saying this. I was telling you that he will drop finally. Of course, if there wasn't the attempt, this made things more clear, I think, in a way. So now they're looking the options, and so who do you think is going to be? Is it Vicky presence means that it's going to be a woman?
I don't know enough about Kamala Harris. I read a whole thing on her last night.
Yeah, but is it going to be her?
No, I don't. That's my point. I don't know if it's going to be her or another woman, but I think a woman president would not be the worst thing, since pretty much every country's had a woman in power. I think we always joke that Michelle Obama should become the president, because that would just be kind of cool. Vicky's like,
everybody wants her. In a way. I would like her too.
All right. Well, I called her.
I'm not American. I don't vote there, but
that's all right. That's why you can like her. But I called Michelle, and she hasn't returned my calls. Obama did, and he goes, "Stop it." I'm like, okay. But Michelle would be an interesting choice, because she would carry the popular vote, and then really you would need a strong vice president. And I'm not saying Michelle doesn't understand global politics and whatever, but a strong vice president that people would look at and go, okay, like God forbid something happens, we get it. Kamala Harris, she has between now and I think it's August 20 something for the Democratic convention to shine and show everybody that she can win not only the popular vote, the electoral college, and that she knows stuff. The problem is no one knows what she knows. And when Biden became president, he gave her controlling the border, immigration. Like, he gave her all the really crap jobs. You're not going to win a popularity contest. So it'll be interesting to see. She'll
give the crap jobs to the vice president, who but maybe it will be a man or. I've heard
it just needs to be somebody that knows what they're doing.
I've heard that it might be also Hillary. I don't know if
no, nobody wants Bill in the White House.
I've heard this story. That'd be Kamala and Hillary. I don't think also.
I think it's lovers. Yes, I think they make a wonderful couple. I think it's the president and vice president. Not some.
Isn't the love story the story with the power? Isn't the love story in a way?
It's all about power. That's why Vicky's here, because she's in love with power. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen, and it's interesting. The markets around the world are down this morning because the race now is unclear. There's a big article in the FT I was reading before we came on air, and I was just saying the Asian markets are down. This market's because now
it's unclear. Isn't that the good thing about the story, that it's unclear?
You know what's really funny? You would think so, but I guess when they thought Trump was going to win and destroy the world, the markets are up because everyone's like,
that was last week. That was last week. We'll see what's next week.
by next Monday, who knows what's going to happen? So
that's the world we live in now.
Yeah, but to Kamala Harris, I think if she's qualified and she can, I don't want to say step out of the shadows, but if she can step up her game where people look at her and go, wow. You got to remember, Well, all right, Vicky, what are you going to say? I can see Vicky wants. Go ahead, Vicky. Tell us.
No.
Let's hear
I agree with you 100%. I just don't think that. I think she is capable, and I think she would be great, but she's not going to win. That's the problem. Is we got to find someone that's going to beat the thing.
You think she can't win him? No.
Yeah, she's got all the minority Trump card. I shouldn't say Trump cards because I can't say Trump.
Trump card. It's okay.
She's got too many strikes against her from like a populist perspective.
Really?
Because she's got too many ethnicities, and she's female, and she's this, and she's that. I just don't think.
But I think we're past. Aren't we past the female
center?
But aren't we past the female thing now? Like, I never cared if we had a female president when I was 5, so I certainly don't care now.
No,
but she's her mom was an Indian. When I say Indian, I don't mean woo. I mean Indian from India, an Indian American, and her father was Jamaican American. So if in that respect,
she'd be perfect because she's
right. She
American.
That's America, exactly.
Right.
That's America for me.
Yeah, that's true. And really, if she would become a lesbian and convert to Judaism, we would cover all the bases. Yeah, she would be perfect. Yeah, and get it done, and she would be done. The problem is, I guess, to your point, we're 300 million Americans, and I'm not whatever the percentage of us vote. I mean, of voting age. You would think with this bullshit woke society and this and all this crap and all these university students and all this ridiculous BS that they would gravitate to her like white on rice. Right. Because on the other hand, you have a pussy grabbing, misogynistic, almost dictator who you're competing against. But that's okay for the woke society. So that's what I'm saying. This woke and cancel culture is all BS.
I'm just not going to vote. I'm going to I'm going to protest this and just not vote. Deal. And it's like, you're an idiot because you're casting a vote for the other side when you don't
not voting.
But they don't, they'll vote for American Idol, but they don't understand what they need to, what they need.
Yeah, that vote is safe vote. So that's why.
Right. So
they don't want responsibility maybe here.
It doesn't count. Steven said this too, though, so he can't blame all the woke kids because he's like, my vote doesn't count. Why am I going to vote?
It technically
doesn't really.
Yeah, it's just a popular thing. Now, if we elected people like they do in other countries on popular vote,
right,
instead of this ridiculous electoral college, which is antiquated and should be taken away.
To do that. Yeah.
Then if we ever went to a popular vote, I would vote in a minute because then I know my little one vote of nothing among 300 million people counts. Right now, my one vote means absolutely nothing because I have an electoral college full of idiots that are just going to do what they're told.
Texas, and so it doesn't matter.
So it's useless. But getting back to Camilla, if she comes out, I would love for her and Trump to have a debate. I don't know if he will because Camilla may actually scare Trump, and the other part of it is Camilla may not take any crap from Trump. You know what I mean? Like she needs to come out, and if Camilla,
she won't. But
she sends emails. We know she watches. Camilla, you need to come out like the C word, like New York City Bronx bitch, and you need to put this boy in his place, and then you have a shot. If not, you're just going to look like, and this is what they're going to use it as. You're going to go, oh look, this weak woman wants to be president, and she can't. And that in their lies, this is very much a popularity contest. So it's almost like. And I say this tongue in cheek. You either need The Rock to run because he's popular. You would need you need whatever female celebrity is popular at the time. I don't know who is. Taylor Swift could run for president, I guess.
Sure.
And people,
I'd vote for her.
There you go. And my point is though, because Trump had a television show for 10 years, people were like, oh, I know Donald Trump. You don't know him. You saw him on TV. It's the same thing. Like none of these people are popular. So people don't really know them. Someone in like Iowa has no idea. And I'm not saying that Kamala Harris means nothing to them. It's some, if you will, black chick from, California. They don't, or mixed race. They don't care. And that's the issue. It's like, we've become a society of idiots. That's like, oh, you're popular. Then you know what you're doing. It goes back to what we talked about on Vaguely True a few weeks ago that I think, and so did Rob Vega, that we should actually test politicians. You have to take a test before you can run for political office to make sure you have a brain, because most of them don't. And I think that would be an interesting
I
thing.
think they're not stupid.
They're all stupid.
No.
Have you seen
them?
They
don't have a heart. I don't know about the brain.
They're stupid. Have you seen them in Congress and the Senate? Have you seen how stupid these people are?
Well, that's true. There's Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she's. I mean,
you know something? They are talking to the ears of the people. You know, and
well, that's true. They're playing to the audience.
It seems that the majority of the people is not. It's light, very light.
Yeah.
About thinking and digging about. They just want it done. They don't want to deep, you know, to try to figure out what they are about, actually, what they want to do. Because actually, look, I feel this election is like a popular vote. Do you like this face or you like this face or something? Because we have to analyze things that Trump wants to do. And there are guys here in Greece, right, who are really... Oh, we're really happy, you know, the far right guys here in Greece. Oh, look, he's got Vance. Now it's very strong duo, you know. And I say, yeah, but have you heard what he said about Europe? Because we're still Europe, right? And they want to impose like kind of sanctions to Europe, you know, the taxes to the imports they want to raise, which will feel it. First of all, they want to end the war. Just like that, which means Putin wins.
Yeah.
That's it. Putin wins. So Europe has a big problem.
Yeah.
That's what the duo, Trump and Vance, they are trying to get Europe out of the way. You know, it's like this. The Europeans have to understand this. That's why they don't want them. But everybody's looking from their perspective, right? We in Europe, we need specific. We don't want Trump because he wants to destroy NATO in a way.
Well, he already said that. He wants NATO to pay their fair share.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't say it totally openly, but he says it in a way that, he finds the Germans are not paying the share fare. This one is not paying the share fare. Yeah, but not everybody. Greece is doing this. Although it's the most bankrupt country.
Right. That's why you can afford it, because you're bankrupt.
Yeah, because we're in debt. So why not a little more, right?
Yeah,
but I was reading the news today that there is the bond crisis is rising again in Europe. So it's all connected, you know.
Well, I hate to tell you this: the bank crisis is rising in China. The real estate rising in China. Everything it's global.
Yeah,
they were having a global. Listen, we never got out of the. I've said this before, and people look at me like I have 3 heads, and if you're lucky, yes, I do. But anyway, we never
do you think? Sorry, do you think this blackout that was with the security company from Microsoft?
I think that's.
Do you think that was everything? I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but somehow we have too many coincidences. You know, every week we have something.
Well,
like a major thing, because this was a major thing. Because this shows how fragile everything is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even a hacker attempt. Imagine a real
it was a software update, and according to the Wall Street Journal this morning, airports are still having a problem with delayed flights. I think I just read it in the Dubai Times this morning as well.
Those things don't fix in one day.
Yeah, so it's not a good thing. But it's just the world's having a problem. And I've said this before. In 2008, they keep calling it the Great Recession. It wasn't the Great Recession. It was a depression, full stop. So let's stop sugarcoating it for the little kiddies that can't handle it. It was a depression in 2008. We've never really come out of it. We've had waves of, ooh, look, ooh, look, ooh, look. We've never come out of it. And what's happening now is it's all just kind of imploding from way back when, because we never came out of it, because everybody just blew smoke up our tuchus. And that's part of the issue. It's like nobody's really ever trying to fix the problem, whether it's in our country, Europe, Asia. China's Asia, but China's huge, right? So they're having their own. So no one really tries to fix it. They all put little Band-Aids on it. And they're just like, it's like to the next guy, to the next guy. Well,
but to fix something, you need to recognize the problem. What is the problem? Or what the problems?
Well, I'm just saying. Well, in China, they're having problems with startups. They don't, because of the U.S. and China are having problems with tariffs. I mean, like, it just depends. Pick a place. Everyone's having problems. Bangladesh is cutting their internet because their students are rioting, and they're like, we don't like it. We're just
and we don't hear much about it
because you can't. So I'm saying my point is that there's problems all over. So when you say pick, what's the problem? You pick. pick a place on the planet. We can go through it. I mean, that's like, this is a 10-hour show then. And so thank you for joining us. But it's one of those, it's just that, it's just everywhere. We have problems in the United States nobody's really addressing. The Democrats have policies that are interesting, but not strong enough. The Republicans have some good policies, but then they have some others that are you kidding me? And if you go to China, they have a whole bunch of issues. You go to Europe, they have issues. You go here, just go around the world. And nobody says, let's fix it. And no one's really trying to fix it. They're all just trying to gain their little
how we can fix when we put everything and every solution to one and same thing, technology.
That's not true.
That's what we're doing. What we're doing as a society. We're betting everything, our happiness, our advancement, and everything on one thing, one sole thing, technology.
I only bet my happiness on Asian hookers and scotch and cigars. So, I'm sorry, Vicky, I didn't brought up
just few of you.
Yeah, I know.
You don't
I'm
matter.
an old school guy. I'm an old school guy. Technology to me is a help. I don't look at to make me happy.
Yeah, technology, but the young guys, which are the future, they're
sitting in the
betting
basement
on technology.
Off the porn, sure, and they've got their little AI telling them how wonderful they are. Huh?
Like you didn't.
Well, by the time technology came and you could actually get porn the way it is today, no, I was already. It was like 2000 and something. I was actually an adult, and I went on real dates.
Watching black and white.
I remember. Listen, dial-up. I remember dial-up. I was at my friend's house. And he got it before we got it, and we got the dial-up. And he said, "You want to see porn?" I was like, "Sure." So he went to the site, and like 45 minutes later, we got like one thing, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." I'd go back to the magazines. That's better. It's like one of those.
Yeah,
like,
that was a time when we were waiting for one song to download in
now
half an hour.
Instantaneous. But I think we use technology, whether it's personally or business. I use it to enhance my life and make it easier. I don't look at for pleasure. Like, I mean, if I watch something on my iPad, whether it's Netflix or HBO or blah 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 or our shows, that's enjoyment. That's not pleasure. A lot of people are looking for AI to, like the robots that are coming out with China that look more real than people, and these sex dolls that David shows on No Snobs or Knobs that I could care less about that. I want to know how technology is going to benefit mankind and move it forward. That interests me a lot. But I don't hear people talking about that a lot. They're all worried about AI taking over, and that may not be the worst thing in the world. So I don't know.
Yeah, but it seems up to now, because we're at the edge of technology. We have the best technology we ever had, right?
Well, that goes for every civilization. They have the best technology they ever had.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to offer us. Okay, it offers us the ease for this and this, but it brings other problems, other issues, and then we want to cover the other issues that come with new technology, and then new issues come, and then so we're in a constant, a search to fill the gap of something that we're missing. That's what we're doing all the time. We invent needs that were not before because of a new invention.
Well, that's Steve Jobs.
Yeah, and then it continues like that. It's a circular kind of a trap, I would say. Doesn't solve the big problems that we need, because we need to put down. It's what we do in our show, because we have topics normally, Vicky. So we talk about but this is the topic of in general. What's the problem?
What's the problem?
Because we're trying, to circle the thing with the issues that might actually be the problem. And now we're talking about all of them probably, and we have a lot of issues which we don't want to acknowledge. We don't want to acknowledge that. Technology is not the factor that made us be alone and feel alone, but it is one of the tools that helps us be more and more alone, right? Although it brings you closer to other people. Yeah, it brings you phenomenally. I mean, in the skin, in the surface, just in impression. It gives you the impression, yes, that you are not alone, because you can talk with everybody. Okay, but it's the talking between people. It's not about just talking. It's about what they are talking, the essence of the talking. If we are just making only small talks and not saying what it's inside, really what's bothering us, if we have a relationship, like if we're in a home or if we're friends or something, we don't speak about the deep thing inside about us. That's why I bring philosophy all the time, because we don't have a philosophy. We are just walking somewhere, and like you see, we are addicted to new news. We want new news all the time. And remember last week that we were saying that, oh, and everybody was saying with this image with Trump, you know, with a feast and everything, how strong symbol and everything. It's forgotten. I was saying that we don't remember anymore things that we used to do that made impression to us. We don't get we get impressed for 2 days. That's it. Then we forget everything.
We get impressed till we swipe left or scroll or whatever.
Yeah, even less. TikTok does. Even less. But I say because it was an assassination of you know, of an ex-president of the United States who is also running for the new election. That's a big thing, actually. Right. But doesn't feel like a big thing anymore. Doesn't feel like a big thing. Is it the power of the media? Might be, but the power of the media does not work. You know, you have to be trained, and we are probably trained by now that nothing is that important anymore. It's part of the thing that nothing is that important. It's part of our need not to be we have a need that we cannot satisfy. We cannot get any satisfaction in general. That's the thing. We are trained to be like this.
It's the 24-hour news cycle. Back in the day, this is before Vicky was born, because Vicky's like all of like 20 something. But back in the, I'm listening, being nice, don't even say a word. She's 15. Anyway.
Yeah, she's probably younger.
There you go. She wishes, yes.
Vicky, now that you have turned 18, how do you feel about the world?
There you go, right?
Who am I going to vote for?
That's right.
Now that you're going to vote first time.
But here's the funny thing. When I was a kid growing up, you would watch Walter Cronkite or Howard K. Smith or Roger Mudd or Reynolds, and those were the guys who gave you your news at 7 o'clock at night. You watched your news. Dan Rather. Well, no, that's further. I'm talking about in the 60s and 70s.
I know. But that's where
that's where you got your news, right? And you got your news once a day, and you had to read the papers in the morning. And throughout the day, unless something major happened, there'd be a thing on the bottom of the screen. But if not, you didn't know shit. And then all of a sudden, when CNN came along and everybody else, and you had this 24-hour, 7-day-a-week news cycle, they don't care that, and I'm not belittling what happened to Mr. Trump, but they don't care that he got shot at, because there's another story, 30, you know, it's like, we'll do a couple hours on it, great, and tomorrow we'll do some more, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, next. And so we're in this 24-hour news cycle where we have to keep you entertained 24/7 now. So we're not really, news isn't news anymore. News is entertainment. There's a difference. That's why
everything is entertainment.
Yes,
even art is entertainment.
Well, that's true. But if I read the Financial Times or the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal, or they're not entertaining me. They're actually giving me information, right? So that is a little different than I've got to keep you with my hand puppet entertained 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So what? I can get sponsors to pay the bills. So there's a much different mentality where news used to be a public service. And if you remember, there were no ads in news back in the day, in the 50s, 60s. I think it started in the 70s. The local news had no ads because that was considered a public service. And then somebody said, "Oh, we can put ads here."
Yeah, it was in Greece for a long time also.
Right? And then all of a sudden, news became a business. So now that news is a business, it's kind of like YouTube.
Is a business.
YouTube is a business. We have to try to make. Go ahead, Vicky.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No. I actually worked in TV news for a while, and I worked for a 24-hour news network in the Northwest Cable News, and we were on 24/7. And it's kind of it was that way, but it was also kind of the opposite, where we would make things last. So if there was I remember one thing, there was a storm coming. It was a snowstorm. It snows up there occasionally, but not that much. And so it was like this big storm was coming, and it was like, okay. And I did graphics for the news is what I think. It's like, okay, Vicky, we need a logo, and we're going to call it Mega Storm 2000, whatever. Yeah. And they came up with a title for it. And then we had graphics, and then there were the weather guys going, and they're blowing up this huge thing. It maybe snowed an inch, Like nothing happened, but that's how they got ratings, was to scare the crap out of everybody. There's that book, The Culture of Fear. I think it's called Culture of Fear, where they talk about that, how they sort of manufacture fear to make you watch this stuff.
Right.
And yeah, after that, I was like, yeah, I don't believe anything anymore.
Yeah, because
that's where my cynical self was born.
They want your attention, you know. It's the way the game. Look, Stephen, everything became business. So, and the easiest way is to turn everything into kind of entertainment, because entertainment is easy swallowed and easy forgotten. Easy swallowed and easy forgotten. Because your life is difficult in general, because everybody has its own life, beside the objective life that we live in, which is politics, football, and all the stuff, which is also entertainment, right? If you look around, it's only about entertainment. If you look which movies are better performing, they are look at the top 10 best-selling offics, the movies that have sold the best ever. They're all entertainment movies. There are nothing inside them deeper than just swallow and forget, and it's a culture like that, and it needs, like Vicky was saying, they want to be the small thing becoming bigger, the big things sometimes becoming smaller. It depends on what side are you in, what perspective. So it's this kind of game, and people are not thinking critically, as we know, and the younger generation, the less critical they are thinking. That's my impression.
Just to give you the top 10 movies of all time. Number 1 is Avatar. Number 2 is Avengers: Infinity War. Number 3, The Lion King. So more of a heartfelt movie. Number 4 is Titanic.
It's entertainment, all of them.
Okay, Spider-Man: No Way Home. The Fast and the Furious 7. Are you kidding me? Anyway, Star Wars Episode 8. That was crap. Jurassic World and Top Gun: Maverick are your top.
It's all entertainment. Nothing. There's nothing there about human drama. Everything that we go through.
Wait. I take it back. Number 11 is Barbie. So yes, Barbie had human drama. So yes, Barbie is one movie about human drama. So there you go.
You see.
So
even Oppenheimer, for example.
Oh, that was a great flick.
Yeah, it was a great movie, and it was about it was a biographical movie. It wasn't that was for me a surprise in a way, but it was Hollywood, good actors, very good director. We spoke about him last time, Nolan.
Yep,
he's doing a great work in general. He's onto something. And this is the strength of Hollywood, and also the media, how they handle this. That's why the movie also became very, very popular. But it's a good movie, of course. But you watch the top 10. It's all entertainment. It's nothing.
Well,
nothing from the.
But here's what's really funny about the world. The world is entertaining. Even when which I remember as a kid, we'd watch, the whatever news with Walter Cronkite, and they'd show you Vietnam War and the shooting and the whatever. And as horrific as it was, it's also, you would look at it and go, that's kind of entertaining, right? Because people are shooting. It's something you don't see every day. Now, because you see it every day, it's kind of boring. I mean, it's horrible to say. Like the Ukraine war, they don't show you the war. I haven't seen anybody show or even talk about the war or any other wars.
It was at the beginning.
Because in the beginning, you got ratings. Right. Because in the beginning, you got ratings. Now, nobody cares. And that's really what's sad.
Yeah, there was last week, there was a hospital shot, by a missile. Yeah. We didn't see that much.
Yeah, I read where I found that? I saw it. It was on the United Financial Times had a blurb. I didn't see anything in the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal about it. And I'm sure it made CNN for a minute. And that's my thing. It's like, we really are a society and a globe of a short attention span.
Yeah, we are living in a society that's everything is reals now. Reals.
Yeah, true.
The relationships are real. The job is real. Everything is real. We just don't think much.
It's also sensory overload, though. So, like, if you're bombarded constantly with all this stuff,
right,
wars and pandemics and all this kind of stuff, you get desensitized to it to a certain extent. So
there's
Okay, what am I trying to say?
No, I understand what you're after. You're right. You're right.
You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah.
You're getting so much, but it's not. It's
an overload of information. We have limits.
You're not taking it all in.
And first of all, we have not. We don't have time to solve our own problems. Everybody has its own problems. Everybody, from small problems to big problems.
But let me ask you this, both. Do we think it's different now because it's 24/7 news and media and whatever? And back in the day, it was like you had to tune in at 7 o'clock to find out what was going on in the world, which made it more engaging.
Yeah, it was a more limited world. That's for sure. But if you ask somebody, you want a more limited world or more open world, he'll tell you, I want more open world. But what they don't ask you usually is that everything comes with a price. Everything.
Right.
The more open world, which means actually internet, right? The internet changed everything. You like internet? Yeah, of course I do. But it will come with lots of, problems. It's what I was saying about technology before. That we bring a technology, okay, the technology solves us, give us new ways of information, of communication, of work, of creating economy, many things. Art. I am an internet artist. Okay. But this brings also things with it which have its price. And the price is this. We see the price. We usually don't see the price coming. We have to feel the price, actually. So we're paying the prices. Yeah, that's the internet. The internet is everybody talking about everything. It's whatever is, I call it in a way. We are in a state of whatever is now. We see horrible things happening and we just think it's not real in a way. It's some kind of, we're believing right now, which is true in a way, that we're living in alternate realities, all of us.
Right.
And this reality that I'm looking at, it's an outside reality, which does not really involve me. It's somewhere there. I don't know where. I'm not sure if it's true, since I don't feel it. But there are things that you will feel. I mean, voting or not, you will feel it in a big scale, because we were feeling, for example, the wars, we're feeling them. And those were, in a way, political decisions that people need to understand, that still have the power. Still in the West, they have also in the East. Because if suddenly China has an opposition, the first fear always is from the inside. They can fall only from the inside. Russian, Putin, Erdogan, and everything. Also America. This is why it's happening what is happening. Because there is a hand from other countries. They said that how we will dismantle the West from the inside. That's what they are doing. That's what from the inside, because the West is more vulnerable from the inside because of democracy, or at least the sign of democracy that we have. But we still have it because they're using it. Since they're using, they see it as a weakness thing to dismantle it. But then, okay, then we will go into a state of, that's why people are afraid in America, that Trump is actually, it's representing this. And he's not hiding this. He's not hiding this. He's saying this openly. I mean, he's using the democratic system to say, look, sorry, guys, but I want to destroy this. You don't know what it means because you don't think.
Because you're stupid. Yeah.
But this is the system. You see, I'm fighting the system. This is your problem, the system. So what I'm doing, I'm imposing a new system. So I'm just, they think that he will beat the system. That's what they think. I don't know, actually, what I'm imagining. They're very simple thing. Look, the system is a problem. The whole thing is not working. You see it? Yeah, of course I see it. Everybody can say, yeah, I see it. Yeah, let's change it. To what? It doesn't matter. It will be this.
I agree.
So the new system will come. And the funny thing is that they are talking about the new world order, right? They are afraid of new world order.
They've been talking about the new world order since 1956.
This is the new world order.
No,
it's a new
1956, they've been talking about that since the guy who was one of the Nazi parties started the EU. So the new world order is a bunch of crap. So
yeah, but they believe in stuff like that. They believe in that.
Vicky,
and they think that, for example, Biden, Kamala, and the Democrats they are imposing new world order. Well, actually, this is the old world order. The new world order is what Trump is trying to impose. This is the new world order. Like, what you want? You girls, you want abortion? Forget it. You know, in Poland, I was telling this. There is a country, my country. I was born in this country. It's changed now. The government has changed and is going to change it. But still, I think it's active. In Poland, if you get raped by a raper, you cannot have abortion. You have to live. You have to give birth to this child. You have to live with it. You have to raise it and everything. And I don't think that you will get. This is terrible. I cannot imagine a life of a woman, a young woman, for example, that she's got raped, and she has to carry the child of her raper.
Well, we're pretty close to that here, so it's not.
That's what I'm saying.
Not a whole lot different.
That people have to understand that this will have an impact in their everyday life, like that.
But people don't care. And
well, if
you know, and you know why they don't care? Because it's
Stephen, you know when they will care, but it will be too late. Right, if they stick like this, it will be nowhere. It will be put deep inside, and they will feel it, and they will care then. But then it will be too late because it will be stuck inside them, right? So,
no, I agree.
So at that time, they'll be paying the price. Because you have to pay the price. It's not like, oh, finally, I don't like you as a president in the first year. You're, yeah, but I was saying that I will do this.
Well,
and we're talking about a guy who is lying all the time. All the time he's lying. He's lying. I mean, he's making the white black. Like this in open air, in open daylight. He's saying bullshit all the time. And they say, okay. But this guy will change he promised he will change the system. Yeah, he will impose his own. He's saying what
he's going to get rid of the system. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And the good thing from all of this that is happening in America right now, I mean, because the changes are cataclysmically fast, is that now we're coming to the essence of politics. Now we're going to talk about what they are representing. What is the Democrat Party, what is representing, and it will go.
Talk about that.
Look, at this moment, the whole debate was if one is old enough, and if the other is sane enough, something like this.
Yeah.
But now it's over. The old guy is gone. Now it's gone.
Oh no, no. Now there'll be something else to complain about.
Yeah. Okay, but the whole debate was up to now about that. That's what I was hearing. Is he old enough to continue or not? Because up to now, I haven't heard much. I know more or less what he's representing, Biden. But we know what's his plans. We didn't hear much about his plan. I didn't see the debate because I'm not in America.
It doesn't matter. People here, like if you look at some of the comments we got when we said something about Michelle Obama running, we got some of the comments on this channel. These people say the most horrible, racist, misogynistic stuff that has no basis in reality or truth, and whatever strange planet they live on in their mind. And then they get on the internet where this is the thing that technology has brought. It's brought community to complete morons or to psychotic people that go, oh, look, there's another one over there that thinks like me. And then they band together. And then they post this crap, and then they all believe it, and then it begets more psychos, and then they
we had Stephen, we had topics about that. We were saying about what people want to hear, and
so it doesn't matter. They're gonna
well look,
have Frosty the Snowman running against Trump, and
is Frosty running? Oh, that would be awesome. I'd vote for Frosty. He's got a song and everything. Olaf. I like Olaf better.
I like hugs.
Yeah, but we have to acknowledge that not all of people are like that. And this is the thing. In a society, there is a big portion of these people. The internet show us the level and the statistics, the numbers of how many people actually think this way. And there are a lot. Okay, but we know it.
But here's the interesting thing.
Crisis.
Most people I would say a majority of people do not read a newspaper or a magazine or whatever, or a book. They get all their information, whether it's from Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, and most of it wrong. So, you know, and then if they come to any of our shows,
well, Stephen, the
it's a little
Facebook is
different.
just Facebook is a platform. I mean, you get links from newspapers there. I have some newspapers that I follow, and I go to the article.
Listen, we do the show with Crazy Grandpa. Crazy Grandpa reads the conspiracy newspapers, and Crazy Grandpa comes up with stuff, if you've watched any of his stuff, which is just, are you kidding me? Like, where'd you pull this one out of? Where it becomes vegans, whether it becomes something on gay rights or whatever. So no, there's newspapers that are real newspapers, and then there's newspapers that are like, here, you're an idiot. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying you're an idiot. Read this. You know, did you know little green men live in the White House? Yeah, that's true. I read that. It's on the internet. It's true. So that's my point.
You can see,
so yeah, but that's the problem.
Anything written there.
But nobody reads or anything. Like at nighttime, before I go to bed, I'm not on my phone. You're looking at TikTok or whatever. I'm reading a book or I'm reading something.
On TikTok, you can find like
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can find interesting stuff there. Yeah.
And one thing I can find on TikTok that's interesting, but TikTok will be gone at the end of the year because the United States government kicking them out, and especially if Trump gets into power.
No, they will comply.
They will comply.
Oh no, they will not. They won't. They're not trying to comply. Nobody wants to buy them. And Trump, hatred of I don't want to say hatred, I guess the dislike of China, he will get rid of it. That's one of the first things that's going to go. So at the end of the year, there'll be no more TikTok.
Then they will make a TikTok a hero. Because
somebody should buy it. I think I'm surprised.
That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. They want to.
I'm thinking 2OF Entertainment. We may buy it. Yeah. We're just going to buy TikTok because in this way, we can control the narrative. That'd be awesome. Yeah. And we're not going to give the information to China.
But that's a plan. That's a plan.
We can give it to whoever Trump wants us to give it to, like the Russians. I'd be like, Mr. Trump, where do you want us the information to go? And we'll just give it to where he says to go.
What happened with the X? What happened with the X?
The X is dying.
It's not done. It's owned by somebody who is open Trump. I mean,
yeah, but the X is dying. People aren't on it. Corporations have left.
I don't know if he's not dying. I know he's dying.
The X is dying. You can look at statistics. There was an article that came out that talked about the statistics. Just everyone's like, Elon.
It still has a lot of power. It still has a lot of power.
Not really. I don't hear anybody quoting Twitter or X anymore. It's more, did you see what's on Instagram or YouTube? Those are the things I hear more about. I used to hear Twitter this, Twitter that.
Any case, we had in front of our eyes somebody who's open to his political views, very open.
Right.
Somebody buying such a media, which is those are ruling right now the world. You know, ruling.
I'm just going to throw it out there. 2OF Entertainment. We're going to go ahead and make an offer now for TikTok. So now we just need a sugar daddy that wants to give us $17 billion. So feel free to reach out. But then we'll take it and we'll do whatever Mr. Trump wants if he wins, or if Kamala Harris does, we'll make it whatever she wants. And there you go. So we can easily be bought. There you go. That's just how easy it is here.
I'm not sure if it's going to be Kamala.
I don't know who it's going to be. Whatever democracy. There's no one else. We've already discussed it. Michelle Obama is not going to run. I talked to her yesterday. Not happening.
It's not a problem. Busy. Look, in Greece, the second in Greece, the political system is a little. We have the main political party.
Yeah,
it's kind of Democrats.
Okay.
I think this guy is more of our prime minister, much more with the Democrats than with this party of Republicans, the Trump guy. And the second one is kind of, they say they are communist, and they changed their leader in a day with a guy nobody knew.
Right.
He came from America, openly gay. For Greece, this is outrageous. You know, we are not used to. Yeah, we're not used to a guy who's running for a prime minister to be openly gay with a boyfriend, and they get married.
Okay, Sparta. What? Come on. This is where the boyfriend in the military started. Come on.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, for Greece, but I tell you, for Greece, this is crazy stuff, you know, because Greeks are Christians, you know,
they're only gay behind closed doors in Greece, not in the public. So now that you have a gay prime minister,
of course, he's not doing very well in the elections and stuff. He still holds second position, but very low. So there are a lot of complaints inside the. But I tell you that in one day they changed like this. They can do it in America to find a new one. I think they already have. I think that they wouldn't go to go and you know.
I think here's my two thoughts on this, and I've discussed this over the weekend.
And I think we don't know him
or her. I thought Biden would have waited to the convention like LBJ did, and not go first and go, I'm not going to run. And it would have been big news at the convention. But I think what happened is all the Democrats, all the people that were giving the money stopped. There was a big article last night that came out in the FT that said, once Biden said, I'm out and I'm going to endorse Kamala Harris, all like Andreessen Horowitz and all these other billionaires are like, we support you, blah, blah, blah. And before they were like, we're not going to give you any more money. We're just going to give it to Trump. So now it's one of these things. The other thing is if Kamala becomes the party's nominee, there's a $96 million war chest for the Biden-Harris campaign, which now goes to Kamala because it's Harris, whoever campaign. So she, by default, gets $96 million to start spending. So the Democratic Party now either has to come up with someone, if you will, tomorrow that says, no, this is who we think is better than Kamala, or they better go, this is who it is, we're going to back her. And then now they got to find somebody that's a very strong and popular vice president. And the problem with that's going to be is, like, if you look at the certain people, you've got the one senator from Pennsylvania who used to be the governor. He's an interesting character. He would do really well. You've got Gary Newsom, but nobody likes him, but he's popular. Yeah, whatever. So, but my point is that what's in the name, as William Shakespeare would say.
I know, you keep saying Kamala.
Yeah, who cares? So, but my whole point is like, it's really going to be interesting. This is like a bad Price is Right. This is what this is becoming for this November 4th. This is a bad Price is Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's
who's coming down the aisle.
Yeah, but it's becoming better than it's supposed to be up to now. That we have two older guys. Look. Also, there are minor details also which are important. For example, the vice president for Trump, he's a young guy. This is also 39 years old. He's also a symbol because all the look. I think it's very interesting what is happening because it's good and politically it's a good game also by them. Now they are free of burden of the age of the new guy that they'll bring or girl.
Oh, you mean like so Trump died in office?
Yeah, they can also change a little the agenda because now the weakness of the agenda of the opponents they can you know. Because this cannot happen easily with somebody who's older, who is, you know, he's looking at his legacy right now, you know, Biden. They couldn't do it. He was still strong. He's still strong. He's got no votes. But now he stepped out. So the burden is out. Now they can do very fast, very aggressive politics about, you know, details, where to, you know, hit him, the other guy, Trump. And we'll see. It'll be interesting. But it's at the same time we need also to think. Look, okay, Kamala, right? Okay, is she ready to oppose Putin, Xi Jinping, and all the other and the unrest of the world? Because we are talking about one of the most difficult times that the world has faced, right?
Other than World War II.
Yeah, it's much more complicated right now. It's much more complicated because look. It's not. I see people. Oh, I am with this guy, with Putin. Oh, this one with this guy, with this guy. And then you see, yeah, but this guy is with this and with this, and then you see that there are no allies at the end. Everybody is fighting everybody right now. There is no ally between Russia and the Chinese. They're just cooperating right now. Maybe there is an alliance between North Korea and Russia now because nobody likes them right now. You know, there are two guys with atomic bombs that say, "We're gonna fuck you all. We're gonna fuck you all. Okay." They are buddies now. Okay, they're gonna fuck us all. Okay, themselves as well, right?
North Korea and China signed a couple of weeks ago an aggression pact. That means if anybody attacks either country, that the other is supposed to defend. So the problem now you have is just say NATO finally gets a pair of balls. I don't think they are. And they say, you know what, enough of this Ukraine shit. And they go in and they start fighting against Russian troops. In theory now, Missile Boy has got to defend who he signed. No one's going to attack North Korea because I don't think they look at North Korea as anything serious at this point. They starve their people. They have no electric, blah, 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 blah. And the person in North Korea who I think
bombs. That's
it don't work. I think the people in North Korea that look at
we don't know. We don't want to know.
I don't want to know. But I think that when you look at North Korea, I think you look at the son, but his sister has a lot of power.
Yes.
I was reading a whole bunch of stuff about his sister. His sister is she's I mean this, she's scary, not looking, but just scary in like her whole demeanor, her whole if you watch her elevation over the last 5 years into power in that country, if her brother dies, she's the one I'm more afraid of. She's the one that I'm like, Missile Boy is Missile Boy, and I get it, and you seem like you're a nice guy, except off kilter on a few things. However, his sister, you look at her and she looks like she is laser focused, and if she got into power, I would then be like, that's a big problem. We need to negotiate with them like yesterday. And maybe that's what we do. Maybe that will bring peace in that region. Maybe she's the one, but she seems like she is like, they used to call Margaret Thatcher the Iron Lady. This is the Iron Lady for North Korea.
She's like that Bond villain.
Yeah.
Do you remember what was her name? The colonel. She was like a colonel in the
Bond, But that's what this chick reminds me.
Like she's this cold face that's like calculating, and she's just got all her ducks in a row, and
but behind all of this, there's always a human, perspective. Yeah,
but remember, if you're brought up as a demigod your whole life, there's no human perspective.
There is always, however you were brought, however, she's got fears. She's got.
I don't think she has any. I don't think she's got anything. I think that if she takes over power, God forbid her brother dies and she takes over power.
Don't worry, he's a young guy. If she doesn't like her sister, she's going to she's going to disappear in one night.
I have a funny feeling.
Oh, it's North Korea. I wouldn't.
I would.
Yeah, but she's still. It's him.
If she doesn't like her brother, he can disappear on one night. Remember, for a while they thought he had health issues. So I think there's a lot.
We have already many problems. Let's not bring another. Let's bring this one next time. Next week. Next week we have another issue.
I know David's reached out to her to ask her if she wants to be. David's literally reached out to Putin, her, and a couple other world leaders to say, why don't you be interviewed by us? And he goes to me every week. He goes, no one's responded. I go, I'm shocked, David, that no one's wants to come on the show.
If she will insist, maybe one day we'll have a good response.
Well, I will.
Nothing will come out with this kind of interview. She'll be just.
At this point, we can interview Biden now. Because if anything Biden says to us, it doesn't mean anything. Mr. Trump watches the cigar show. We know that. So we invite him on the cigar show all the time, but he never shows. So, one day somebody will show.
It's more important to be watched sometimes than to have him there, because
I know.
Maybe just watching and make him watching. Maybe you can change his mind. But
I doubt it. He wants
but in a dialogue or debate, it's hard because he has to, protect his idea,
Well, Riz is a Trump there. Riz is a Trump fan, so he thanks the president every show. So I figure Trump's going to come on one day just to say, you're a great Pakistani and living in the United Kingdom. I'm glad you like me, and we figure he'll come on. But yeah, David literally will reach out to world leaders.
You know what?
Like, hey, David, reach out, and he does. He reaches out to all these world leaders and say, "Come on for an interview."
One of the critiques that this Vance had was he said that Kramer get elected in the Labours in the UK. He says, UK this is what I'm saying to the Greeks. Right. UK is the first Islamic country with nuclear weapons, and somebody said it and said, but this is bullshit. First of all, I go and check, the statistic. It's 6.7% of Islamic people in the UK. Is that so big? 6.7.
How much is in America?
I mean, it's less, I think.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
But even look, but because you know, I don't live in UK. I used to live for 1 year, and I used to live in the, you know, not in London, which is an international city. I lived close to Birmingham, which is one of the, let's say, problematic city that there is a lot of Islamists there. So the 50%, it's because there are a lot of Pakistanis, you know. And I was living close to this in a city outside, but the city was totally English. I mean, it was, you know, white English city. And I was going there and I was looking at this. Yeah, there's a lot of them, but they seems to coexist with no problem. I mean, okay, the places where those communities live are not the same. Like I remember it made me an impression that it was dirty places, you know. It was part of the England. England in general is a clean place. The English people are like Anglo-Saxon, they like to have their place clean. It's not like in Greece. In Greece we have more chaos. But in those places in the UK, you could see that there's dirty places. So that made an impression to me. But
well, it's because you have the metropolis. That's why people like it. You know, you got a metropolis going on, some Greek stuff.
Yeah. Metropolis, in fact, it's quite clean there because we have to, because they're touristic. But in any case, it's look, saying this stuff of shit to people who don't know where UK is on the map, they really believe so. They really believe so. Oh my God, there is a country like UK. We used to think about UK, about English people, or if they associate UK with England, right? Right. Some kind of, I don't know, redneck somewhere there. And oh, there is an Islamic country now with nuclear. They believe it. They really
believe it. But Pakistan and India and the rest of them, and Iran and Iraq, they've all had nuclear. So
it doesn't matter. Pakistan, yes. India is not. Pakistan is the country with, I think, the first country with
nuclear weapons. Yeah.
Nuclear weapon. Yeah. But it doesn't matter.
But we didn't give them the key.
Look, there are many countries who can fuck us up. It's not a problem.
Yeah. That's a topic.
It's not a problem.
Yeah. Listen.
The least problem that we have is to fuck us up. This is the easiest.
We're already fucking ourselves up.
Now the question is, will we take the easy path, or are we gonna destroy ourselves the hard way? I mean, we're gonna suffer before we die. That's
in the next 3 to 5 years, when AI finally takes over the world, and we become
it's not. Then behind the AI, there'll be people hidden. You know, that's.
I hate to say this to everybody, but. You know, we know, because we sit on boards of different companies and invest in certain AI companies. I see what's coming out. The AI is going to start becoming a sentient being on its own at some point, and whether it's by design or by mistake,
it's going to.
It will. Maybe sooner than you think. And when AI realizes that humanity sucks,
it fundamentally cannot happen. It fundamentally
can't. We've talked about it. We are nothing more human beings than AI. We're AI of a long forgotten thing. Yeah, I'm telling you, 1 and 0s. That's all we know. Yeah.
We are much more than that.
No, we're not much more than that. Don't know.
My dog is much more than AI.
Well, the dogs are much more than AI, but human beings not much more. Dogs are.
We are much more than AI because we have an internal world that they don't have. So it's a system. Look, they will always look like this is because they are by design like this. They will always look like human. They have to have something human because it's a tool. Every human tool, it is an extension of something human. Like the cars is extension of the legs, right? The scissors and other thing, extension of the hands. Right. This is the extension of the reasonable thinking. But we are not only reasonable thinking. We're not only reasonable thinking.
We are all AI.
We are not only pattern recognition stuff. This is what it simulates. It's simulation. It will never be sentient. It will never have feelings. Even if you ask, it doesn't have feelings.
It does. There's a program someone showed me yesterday. They go, "How are you?"
So they will. Then they need already shrink. They need a psychiatrist.
There's an AI shrink you can go to as well.
No, you don't believe this shit, because this is what they're gonna show us later. They're going to ask and demand rights.
And we're
not
giving
human rights, AI rights.
Let me tell you this: the minute 2OF,
they don't have to have human rights. The minute 2OF buys
TikTok, we're gonna.
They don't hurt. They don't feel. They don't think. They don't dream. They never will have like this. They're a totally different alien structure which simulates part of us. They will look human like hell. They will look much more human than human. This is the crazy stuff that they will look. But that doesn't mean that they will, because there will be robots in the future that will look more human than human.
Hey now.
But so they will not be human. There were some. Do you remember? There was
He's one. Got a boyfriend.
I got exactly one that won't leave me now.
But they will. The people will have the boyfriends and girlfriends. AI. This for sure. Robots. They will have it. And this is another problem that I'm saying about. And I thought about it, seeing the movie Her, of course, which I when I watched it, I'd say, what the fuck? This is the future for sure. Yeah. This is the future because it's psychological movie. It's talking about the future of the society.
Okay.
So that's what I said. Another book that I read, and I was, whoa, but this is written in 1930s. Okay. It's called, from a guy who was thinking about the future in the 30s, before the Second War, right? A Brave New World.
Oh,
he's got many things that he's right. What happened later? He was right, and because look, it is about a society who is entertained about a narcotic which is legal to everybody. Not anymore relationships. Nobody is marrying anybody. The making children thing and stuff, it's up to the state.
I practice. I don't make them. I like to practice though. So there's a difference.
Yeah, they will leave you all the pleasure stuff because they control you with the pleasure. That's why it's about entertainment, as we said. We are controlled with pleasure.
That's why we're going to buy TikTok.
Yeah, but look, if I manage, I have a product. Right. If I manage to get you addicted into my product, I'm the winner.
Yeah.
I'm the winner in every case. Psychologically, in a society, from social point of view, economical point of view, in any kind of point of view, in political point of view, I have you. If I get you addicted into something, into my product, if we make people addicted into what we are talking about, be engaged, because we do something to their heads, a little. Right. You don't have to do deep because it doesn't work this way. It works step by step. That's why we're using also, I cannot use any other language because my English is very, very poor. It's very poor. I use, but on the other way, I use it. I use my incompleteness in the English because I try to show that simple issues. We start from simple issues. We have a problem. A general problem. It's what we talk in our shows. We have a general. Why we are in the state that we are right now. It's probably one of the next shows.
That's the next show for next week. Vicky's going to hopefully be back because David won't be here next week either because of the sex change. He'll have to heal. So, but yeah. Anyway,
this is a good show. Anytime you like.
David would make the ugliest woman ever. Can I just say?
Oh my God. Wow. He's going to love you. Can't wait to see what he does for your stuff.
He makes a very handsome man. He's a very handsome man.
Yes, he is.
Would not make a handsome woman.
No, he would. Well, he'd make a handsome woman.
She doesn't compete with women, so
no, David doesn't compete with women. David's just David. So we want to thank Vicky, who's on our channel from Vicky.
Of course, thank you, Vicky,
in real life. We're gonna put her thing at the end. You can watch her shows. She usually just is traveling through South or North Korea, depending on her mood. And then she does.
Mentally, she's everywhere.
And she just did a show on Atlanta. She doesn't think I watch her stuff. So she just.
Vicky, where are you from? Where do you live? I didn't ask you.
She's from Earth. Third Rock from the Sun.
I live in Austin, as far away from Steven as I can get.
How far are you?
I don't know. I live in a gated community, and when she comes on, and they call us and go, "We're not home," and they send her
have the same weather, right?
Yeah, we're probably like what 20 minutes apart, maybe.
I don't know where. I don't know where in Austin.
Yeah, you don't need the internet. You can just
no. Yes, we do, Adam.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
I don't need him in the real life.
Yeah. Okay. It's what's really funny is
close and away at the same time. That's the Rachel, sacred for good relationship. Close and away.
Vicky and Rachel both live in Austin, and the three of us have never met. I've met Rachel. I take that back. I met Rachel at an event once, and she's only this tall.
You should meet. Why not? You should meet in a restaurant, something.
That means I would have to be nice to them. And I can't.
You can be yourself. You don't have to be nice.
That's why they don't want to meet me.
Then it will be only one meeting. It won't be again if you won't be nice.
I'm good.
Yeah, Vicky's like, no,
this works for me.
Yeah, this works. Vicky's like, this is a good distance.
This works for me. Yeah, I like this sort of setup here.
I think Rachel lives about 20 minutes away from me too.
I think you're living next door, but you're
we actually all live in the same
house. We're all living next door,
different rooms
somewhere.
Adam, I'm Polish. Did you know?
You're Polish.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Your father, who was Polish?
Yes.
But your father was born in USA or?
Yes, my grandparents were born in Poland.
By the way, I have the test, the DNA test. I'm not going to.
Oh,
he's going to do it. Not yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm not. It's not a.
You should do it live on the air next week. You should do it live on the air.
I need to send it first. I need to do it. I do things slowly, I need to do it first, send it, and I just did it for fun because I don't really believe. I zoom out all the time and I say we're humans, and in fact we are just microbes or something like that. But we are more than humans, Stephen. We are much more than humans. We're not machine. We are much more than a machine. We are a wonder.
We're a wonder. Okay, so
we're pieces. We are not just pieces of gold.
Stevie Wonder right here.
We're pieces of diamonds. We're pieces of angels that we don't put into use. We should understand that
we're all part of the. According to the CIA Gateway Project, we're all part of the absolute. And so that's how
you see. We are part of the absolute, but we're not using the part of the absolute that we are. We just stick to the human level, or the animal level. We prefer this part of our side somehow.
Well, listen, because we've run a little long, as we say. We're going to hold next week. Hopefully, Vicky will join us because David won't be here, and Vicky can come back and get up early in the morning so we can torture her because that's the best part of my day. It's like Maxwell House. And TikTok. 2OF, apparently we're going to buy you now. So watch out, here we come. And to all the venture capital groups, we need a $17 billion sugar daddy. Feel free to look us up. And then whoever wins the election will do whatever you want. And there you go. That's just the way we keep ourselves with the powerful people. And that's it. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Don't miss Vicky IRL on our channel. She comes out every Sunday. And we'll put some links on the show here above and below. And you can see her stuff, and then we'll be back next Monday with Adam, and rebroadcast is every Tuesday, whether it's a podcast or here on YouTube.
Let's see what the news will be in 1 week.
I was going to say, God knows what we'll be talking about next week. And there you go. Everybody have a wonderful day. We'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Cheers, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe and like.